Have you ever Googled yourself? I would highly encourage it. Listen, this is what people are going to do. The second that you're either referred from someone that they know, or you're at a place where they find your information, they're going to go to Google and they're going to type your name in, and here's what's going to show up. It's going to show up both your personal stuff as well as it's going to show up your business items as well. So what we want to do today is we want to make sure that you've got everything in place so that when they do that Google search for you, we put your best foot forward and put you in the best light possible so that you can win that business. The statistics are pretty dramatic. You know, when the Association of Realtors, actually when the National Association of Realtors did their survey, they found that predominantly the majority of buyers and sellers start their search for an agent and for what's going on in the real estate market online. So what we want to do today is we want to talk about making sure that everything that needs to be in place is in place for you. We're going to basically walk you through everything from your website to your different social media platforms to make sure that you have everything on lock so that when they look, there's not any question marks, there aren't any missing links, there aren't any of the information that's pertinent that they'll want to know. We're going to make sure it's there. All right, so I'm going to start with what we do as a company and what we try to do to add value to our agents. And if you're one of our agents and you have not gotten one of these done yet, I want to highly encourage that you give Taylor a call, that you set it up with Karina where you can actually do this. We call this our digital footprint audit. And what our marketing team does is it sits down with the agents and goes through, okay, let's make sure that everything is in place. Now I'm going to talk specifically to a couple of these points. We're going to start with your website. For us, we provide Boomtown for all of our agents. So one of the things that we do is we come in, we want to make sure that your site is actually at a place where all of the things that need to be there are available for the potential client that comes to that website. First thing is we want to make sure that you got an updated headshot or you've got a team photo on there. Listen, there's nothing that's more frustrating to me and to look and see the old glamour shots, you know, the old those things that we used to do, is to see those things on a website because you know when you meet those folks, they're not going to look like that picture from 10 years ago. Make sure you've got an updated headshot. Make sure you've got a team photo that really shows the value of your team. And also on your website, make sure you've got a bio that gives the opportunity for people to get to know you better. Now, this doesn't just need to be, I was top agent here. It does need to include some of that, some proof of things. But what it really needs to include is who you are as a person. What are the specialties? What are the areas? You know, we talk about the riches being in the niches. Make sure that you're talking about those things. If you specialize in Gulfront property or first-time home buyers, make sure you mention that in your bio. That's going to give you the opportunity that as those folks show up on your website, it's going to naturally draw them to you. Also, make sure that you've got all of your MLS information. Make sure you're in line with everything that needs to be done on a state and a national level as far as disclosures. Make sure that you've got the social media account links linked to your social media. You want to make sure that if you've got the Facebook icon there, that Facebook icon, when they click on it, is actually going to your site. LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever it is that you've got on there, social media links, make sure they're linked up and done properly. Also, make sure you have your office location. Make sure you've got your IDX feed, that it's connecting properly. Sometimes what can happen is you have an IDX feed that's going to a general place. You want to make sure that it's locked in on your website. Make sure you got your contact information. Make it easy for them that if they want to reach out to you, they've got an access to your phone number, to your email address, all of the pertinent information so they can get in touch with you easily. And last but not least, I would highly encourage you to have some testimonials on the first page of your website. Gives you the ability really for people to get proof that you are doing business, proof from other people that they can trust you. These are the things when you get your website on lock, I promise you the calls are going to start picking up. All right, let's shift over to your Facebook personal page. I'm going to do the personal page first, and then I'm going to do the business page because Facebook has changed a little bit. Really, on your business page, it's almost like you have to pay to play now. So we want to make sure your personal Facebook page, which is where a lot of people are going to end up, is absolutely in a place that puts you forth in the right way. Let me tell you some things that are going to turn some people off on your personal Facebook page. Political posts. Listen, if that's who you are, that's fine, but just know you're limiting. No matter which side you're on, if you're posting about political things, you've just reduced half of the opportunities you have in your business. Also, I would just say this, any of the times where you're out there just blasting other people or it's negative, I promise you that's not going to help your business, and people are going to look at your personal Facebook page. page. So let's talk about what you need to have on there. Make sure that you list your company, linking it to your Facebook business page from your personal page, so that if your friends are there and they're curious about your business, it's an easy access for them to go over there. Make sure here you've got an updated headshot also. Make sure that it's showing those things. This is a place on your personal page that you want to make sure that you've got it in a way where when people look at this, it's not just there's no doubt who you are as a person, but you're sprinkling in a mix of personal things as well as doing some links back to your business page with property information or articles you've written or videos you've shot about the pros and cons of living in your area. Whatever it is, share from your business page to your personal page, and I promise you'll see the engagement go up. All right, the business page is just a little bit different on Facebook. All I want to do is really make sure, obviously, listen, there are certain things you need to have everywhere. It's updated. Make sure that all of your photos are updated, that you've got a new headshot there, you've got your team information there. Make sure you've got a link back to your company website, also your website for you. Make sure that you are mixing in different posts on here. Don't make it just all about business. Share things about the lifestyle in your area. Maybe that's sharing an article on 5 great restaurants in your area. Maybe it's something where you're talking about things to do with kids when it rains. Maybe it's talking about the school system or crime rates or demographics. Make sure on your business page you've done a couple of things. Make sure that it is linked properly back to your website with that link. Make sure that you're doing some things in a way where people are going to want to come back to that business page, because the way Facebook is set up now, your business page, odds are you're going to have to pay or run ads to get traffic over there. So what we want to do is if we're paying to get people there, we want to make sure that everything's in place that we can take full advantage of that money spent. All right, let's talk about Instagram now. Great for agents. This is a great tool and a great place for you to really build an audience. And it's not, as at this point, at least the time we're recording this, it's not as hard to build an audience because you don't have to pay to draw that audience as well. So here's what I would suggest with Instagram. Again, the basics. Make sure your website's linked. Make sure you got a fresh, updated headshot. We want to listen on this. We want to do some quick photo things. We want to do quick videos. Check out this kitchen. Check out this great house. Coming soon listings. Photos that are just stellar of houses, just listed type of things. We're going to do all of these things. We're going to make sure that we've got everything done on Instagram in a way that makes sure when people come there, they want to revisit that. They want to see the photos you're doing. They want to hear about these amazing kitchens or these amazing bathrooms or these amazing views, whatever it is. Visually, think of Instagram from a visual perspective. What is it that you're seeing on a daily basis in your business that you can share in a way that's going to attract more people to your Instagram page? All right, now let's talk about LinkedIn. To me, LinkedIn is one of the most valuable tools as an agent we can have right now, because they're at a place where they've got more viewers than they have people posting content. So your content is going to get a bang for $0 more than any other, in my opinion, any other platform that's out there right now. So here's the tool that I would suggest when you're looking at LinkedIn. Make sure, again, basics. Got a good headshot. You've got a good cover photo. You've got all of the basics. You've got it linked to your website. Here's some things that do really well on LinkedIn particularly. Those are those posts where you're talking. They like written articles. So 5 quick things to know about your area. Or 3 demographics most people don't understand. Doing writing things on LinkedIn is very valuable. Also, quick video pops, just like when we talked about Instagram. A lot of this will fly over to there. Let me tell you something that people kind of shy away from also, because they assume that LinkedIn is one of these platforms where it just needs to be about business. Personal items do extremely well on LinkedIn. It shows you that you're a real person. So if you're living the lifestyle, for instance, I'll give you an example. I shot a photo of my wife and I watching the sun go down on the beach, and just basically hashtagged our area, talked about living in this area is amazing. My wife and I try to get down for a sunset at least once a week, and during season a couple times a week. That was one of the best performing things I've ever posted. I do a lot of business posts on LinkedIn, but also I did an announcement with a photo of my daughter getting engaged. It was incredible the amount of reach it had. Don't be afraid to get a little personal on LinkedIn, because it will really stand out from other people. Now, as far as making connections on LinkedIn, this is really easy. You have the ability to go and request to connect with people on LinkedIn. This is my suggestion. Find it by geographically in your area. Maybe it's feeder markets. Maybe it's other agents. Make sure that you're reaching out to the people where when your information goes out there, all of a sudden they're going to have that ability to see you. Don't be afraid to do a cold connect with someone that would be someone that might get benefit from what you're doing on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great platform. Just make sure you got it all in order and then start just connecting with those people and adding value. All right, next I want to mention, because I haven't done this yet, one of the tools that we use and we provide for all of our agents, which is Testimonial Tree. What I love about Testimonial Tree is it gives us the ability that at the time of closing, we can automatically request a testimonial from clients. Now, what I love about this is it automatically puts together a graphic that we can share on social media. These are really well done in a way that it just kind of is not us bragging, it's letting other people do the bragging for you. If you have testimonials, make sure that you're putting those into graphics in a way that gives you the ability to gain credibility with the potential clients and your connections on social media. Last but not least, let's get you taken care of on Google. There is a process that you can do, and I'm just going to go through this checklist with you. With Google, I want you to Google my business. That's what it is. You're going to go on and you're going to create a Google business page. Now, when you do this, you're going to put your address in, and it's going to take a verification. You're going to have to request this with your office address. Once you do that, Google will come back. They will verify it through a couple of different ways. Once they do that, now you have a business page and your name on Google. When people search you, that's going to be the first thing. You have to understand, Google is the #1 search engine in the world. That's where people are going to start. So we want to make sure that we've got your business on that platform in a way that puts the best information forward. You want to add photos. You want to add contact information and links to your website. Testimonials are great here. This is a great way to just put some of those testimonials, request some testimonials from past clients. When you build up your Google profile, I promise it's going to lead to more business, and it's going to increase your ability for people to find you quickly and in the way you want them to find you, and you put the best foot forward. All right, so to wrap all of this up, listen, people are going to be searching for you online, and it's only going to increase into the future. Make sure everything is taken care of, everything is connected the way it should, and make sure that you're presenting yourself in the way that is attracting people to your business. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.